What is the most important thing in your life?
Living. Anybody else would be an idiot to say otherwise. You have a life, you live it, you know. Beyond living, to be able to make some good music and to be able to continue to do so. It's important to me.
How has the rock industry changed during those years you've been in it? Or has it changed anywhere?
There's been a lot of changes, but at the same time things change and they don't change, you know. When I started, it was a very small business, comparatively.
And small PA.
And no PA. Yeah.
At all?
None at all. Yeah. Until '69, the Rolling Stones never worked with a PA. But it's changed in other respects from the point that from when the Beatles and the Stones started, you're basically working with record companies that, and a lot of them still are, they're building, it's a tax write-off. You know? It was something to save some money, to make records. It was a small part of their operation. They're making missile guidance systems, heavy electronics, EMI, Decca, these big companies, RCA. Their main business is somewhere else, and the record company end of their business is, if you make some Bach and some Beethoven records, you could then write off some on tax, cultural tax. So to pay for that, they would make pop records, make rock and roll records, to make the record company pay for itself. Now it's just enormous. Now some of those companies, the record business is the biggest part of their business, and so things change. The ratio of good stuff and bad stuff doesn't change either. It's 97 bad, 3 good.
What is the best song you've ever written?
I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. It's that's subjective. Somebody else. I like Satisfaction. I like Tumbling Dice, Street Fighting Man. I like Make No Mistake About It. I like. There's too many for me to choose from. You know, the good ones I like, and there's other ones that I forget about. And then sometimes I hear them and say, "Oh, that actually wasn't so bad." But to choose one, actually, well, I mean, Jumping Jack Flash, you know, yeah, I mean, I can go with that. You know, Brown Sugar, yeah.
When will we see you in Finland? People really wait for you.
I played there once,
Pori, at least,
Boy,
at
in the summer festival. It's an incredibly beautiful country.
Actually, we filmed it.
Yeah?
We have it still.
Yeah? Oh, I didn't know that.
I've seen the film.
Yeah, it was in the middle of the forest by a lake.
Sea.
Sea, yeah. I remember sand and water and pine trees. And I don't know, you see, it's so strange, you know, it's like, to ask somebody like me, when you're going to play in Finland, eh? Yeah. You asked this question to me in New York, and everybody like crack up laughing. You know, Finland, you know. But now that I'm up this way, you know, I say, well, why not? Yeah, why not? First off, I have to get my guys and find out how I can play on any stage. If it works in America, which is where I'm going to do this first tour with this band, then anything could happen. Yeah. If they take it there and it works, and I can understand what to do out in front, with these guys, then anything could happen. I understand. I mean, it's necessary for me to say that Finland doesn't figure on the map of rock and roll very much. You know, it's flying a long way for a small country. You know, But I think it's important to do that, which is why I'm here in Oslo now. You know, Norway's not a big country, it's not a big market, but I think that it's important that people don't feel left out. And it could be with the Stones, it could be with the expensive winos. In music, who do I love most? I love Mozart, I love Muddy Waters, I love Bono. You know, I love Gregory Isaacs. I kind of like Ziggy Marley, because I think that he's not just the son of Bob Marley. I think that he's his own man. I think these things are they're important. There's very few things, when you know, any business you're in, you get very cynical in a way, and there's not much that you like that goes on. You know, now and again when you find, I like AC/DC.
Yeah. Rock.
Yeah, it's straight ahead and it's on the point. You know, it makes and I can relate to it. You know, I mean, I loved Otis Redding. I mean, the fact is that most of the guys I loved just died. I never expected them to. I loved Buddy Holly. I loved Eddie Cochran. I loved Otis, Jackie Wilson.
How many gigs have you played? Have you ever counted? Or has anyone counted?
I don't know. Somebody must have counted somewhere, you know, but I'm always looking forward to the next one, you know. So, I mean, I can't be bothered to go back and count history. You know, Bill Wyman counts for me.
What kind of process was the recording of your solo album, and why did it take so long? Did you have the idea before, or did it come just like that?
It was a decision to make. I never wanted to make a solo album until I started making it, until I'd found the right guys to play with. I had to, first off, to make a solo album, it meant that the Rolling Stones weren't working for a while. Because I couldn't, there's no way that I would dream or have dreamt of making a Rolling Stone, of a solo album while I was working with the Stones, because that would be counterproductive, you know. You write a song and you say, well, I'm going to make a solo album, you know, and I'm working with the Stones, so, and I write a song that I think is great, I think it's really, that it's worth trying. Where do I give it? Do I keep it to myself? Do I give it to the Rolling Stones? Why tear yourself apart? I did this record because there was no possibility when I started to make this record that the Stones were going to come back together. So I didn't have that problem, and also I'd found the right musicians to do it with, and I'd found the right guy to write with, you know, Steve Jordan, and I mean, the weirdest collection of people you could wish to meet. When you're in the studio, nobody's the boss. It's really a matter of finding guys you can work with, but it's a consensus of opinion where you look at little smiles on people's faces while you're playing, and you know, there's nobody has to say, this is, nobody has to play boss man. You know, you look around and it's like that, you know, and that, the smile is the boss. I went to Canada, near Montreal, and in 10 days I had 7 tracks, you know, which Stones speed is just like a laser beam. Stones take forever and ever, and I always thought it was my fault. Everybody told me always that it was my fault that the Stones took so long to make a record. But in actual studio time, I don't know, 3-4 months actually in the studio, which is incredibly short compared to the Rolling Stones, the way I've been working before.